things that will stop you from going to the next level in this new year. Next up. Hey guys, thanks for coming back to Fish and Chips. This is Randy, your host, and this is my boy Brian, the co-host. And we got a good topic for you today.
What is it?
But first,
tell them.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
All day, every day. Come on.
All right. But we're just going to get right into it as we're in this new year. A lot of people set themselves up for failure and they never reach their goal. And I wonder why a lot of times. Well, we're going to tell you why.
Well, tell me.
We're going to give you 8 reasons that you should not allow to stop you from going to your next level and obtaining your goals and your heart desires and the things that you want to see happen. It's not enough just to have a New Year's resolution. We all do that, but then there's no action after it. And so we have 8 things that you definitely need to conquer if you're going to go to the next level in this new year, right?
I definitely need to hear that because I do that every year.
All right. Well, number 1 is fear of failure. Why do you think people have fear of failure?
Man, I mean, it's because it's like it's unknown and you don't know, where you're going and where you're heading, and so it could be intimidating or scary for some folks, I believe.
And I agree. I mean, what happens to a lot of times, you become so overwhelmed that you don't start nothing. You don't do nothing. You just got the fear of even starting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something you have to tackle. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere.
Most definitely.
I mean, you stuck in just fear of failure without even trying. Overwhelmed. What if I do this?
Like
what if I don't do that?
So much. You know what I'm saying? And that can, even there, like you said, it can hinder, even starting because you're just overthinking it. And sometimes, you just got to take action.
Yeah. And it's crazy, but it happens to people.
Most definitely.
They just get frozen and don't do anything at all. Number 2, the fear of rejection. Have you ever been rejected?
I think we all have been
rejected by a girl, been rejected by society,
by life itself.
So rejection can be deep. It can hit deep.
Yeah, and some people, like you said, once you get rejected, some people just don't know how to process that and would play, like the victim role for a long time and just don't get out of that. So I mean. I think the way to get over that, though, you got to recognize that you're not going to be accepted by everybody. Most definitely.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
That shouldn't allow a fear to come into you of a fear of rejection that you don't even try. Again, you don't try nothing. So now you got the fear of failure.
Yeah.
You got the fear of rejection and being rejected by other people. You can't worry about other people. You have to go do what you got to do.
Most definitely.
And believe in yourself, if you're going to make it to the next level. So that really is a good one that really
what about
keeps
yourself?
A lot of people.
Have you ever been rejected in life? And I'm pretty sure you have.
Yeah, but I learned at an early age because, again, there was a job I wanted. When I didn't get it, I got rejected, this type thing. It was okay. I felt a little bad at the moment. Yeah. But then I said, you know what? That just wasn't for me. There's something greater for me, in which, 6 months later, I did receive a greater job, greater pay. So I wasn't going to just sit in rejection.
So why do you believe people get stuck on that?
Because a lot of times it can start from your childhood being rejected. Your school teacher could have said something to you to make you feel a certain type of way.
You're dumb.
So
like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You get traumatized from that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you'd be amazed at the people that have that fear of just rejection. I don't want to do it because I might get rejected, so they don't do anything.
And you know what? I hear that a lot, but I hear that a lot with family members. It's like they'll tell them, when they were young or a kid or something, like you're not good at this or you're not, good at anything. And so like, I guess that traumatizes their mind and they grow up and, they keep saying like, when I was a kid, my daddy said this, and that's like you said, that's how it starts from there.
And that fear of rejection just starts to grow and grow. If it's not dealt with, it just grows and grows and grows and grows.
So what do you advise somebody to that's having difficulty with that, and how do you think he can overcome that situation?
I think the first thing to say, I'm good enough. Even if that person didn't see it, they didn't see my shine, I could shine somewhere else.
Well,
so I take that rejection as just as power. not a negative, but a positive.
Yeah.
Because you won't always be rejected.
Yeah.
So rejected is good, just maybe they're not ready for who you are. Maybe you're farther ahead than what they are, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But keep moving. Don't just lie in rejection.
There you have it.
All right.
Keep moving.
So number 3.
To the next one.
Number 3, fear of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Fear of uncertainty, which is very close to rejection, but now you in fear of uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen. Now that's got you in fear.
Yeah.
So
I mean, because you are a businessman and you encounter like a lot of uncertainty doing your day to day and all that stuff. Like, how do you handle that?
When I have a fear of uncertainty, I still make the necessary steps that I need to make. I don't allow myself to become frozen and stop making any type of steps.
Yeah.
So you got to be in your mind and know and focus. You know what? Whatever happens, I can learn from it, but let me keep moving.
Yeah.
But don't just let me sit with the fear of uncertainty and never do nothing. I'll never reach my goal again.
Yeah.
You see, so I have to make it over the fear of uncertainty. I know what I hope to happen, what I want to happen, but if it don't happen just like that, it's okay. Keep moving.
You got to keep pushing.
You got to keep moving on blocks and just keep moving.
That's good.
So number 4, the fear of change. See, a lot of people don't like change.
No.
Change can be good.
Yeah.
You can't just keep doing the same thing. Maybe that's not working. It doesn't mean that what you're doing is not working. Sometimes you have to change some things up and do that without fear.
Brandon, but I'm comfortable here. Why would I want to change?
That's right.
See, that's the worst thing that you could ever do is become comfortable.
Yeah.
You have to, when you're trying to do business and reach goals, you got to do edgy stuff.
Man, for real.
You got to come out of your comfort zone. It's just stuff you got to do.
So would you say, since you own, a business, is there change all the time happening every single day?
You're forever learning. You're forever growing. Business is forever changing, making it better, this type of thing. So you have to always keep your ear to the ground and see what's working, because what you were doing 6 months ago might not be working 6 months now for the
that's what I be saying all the
ahead.
time. With technology and everything, things is changing. So you got to adapt to what's happening now, because again, things that that were working 10 years ago might not be working now, so like you said, we have to adapt to change.
You have to, and a lot of times that's when people that don't want to change, companies come in and hire other people, you know what I mean, that can do what they're asking them to do. So you have to be willing and ready for change, for the betterment of your next level or whatever it is that you're trying to do.
And even personal too. You gotta to grow as well. We need change. We can't be stuck on level 1. When you're trying to be a level 10.
You'll never grow. You never grow with the fear of change.
Got it.
So number 5.
Let's go.
And this is a good one.
What is it?
The fear of criticism. I don't want to do this because people might talk about me. You know what I mean? Facebook might say this if I put something on there. We're afraid of criticism. She said
I was ugly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and a lot of people can't handle that.
Yeah.
Or why are you trying to sell that business? You ain't gonna do good. I don't even like how you doing this or doing that. So you cannot allow what critics say. If you believe what you believe, you keep doing what you do.
Most definitely, because even on this, I believe you'll agree with me on this one. Is even doing this podcast, we get negative comments all the time, and which is okay.
My nigga.
We know this, so it's good. It helps us to grow and become better.
We're growing. I think one person said something to the fact, y'all just need to give it up, right? You remember that? Y'all just need to give it up.
Yeah.
Of course, we just laughed. When you feel in your heart that you can do something, respect the criticism.
But didn't TD Jake say something in the realm like that? What do you remember?
About criticism?
Yeah, like if you're not doing anything, how was it?
In so many words, if you're not doing nothing good, people are not gonna talk about you.
There you go, something like
when you're doing something good, you're gonna have the positive, you're gonna have the negative. It's just a part of life. It's a part of anything. So just prepare your heart and mind for that. There's gonna be good criticism. There's gonna be bad criticism. But take what is worth to you. What ain't good to you, spit that out. Keep on moving.
Did Jesus have any criticism in his life?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Tell me about it.
But he kept moving. Right, you gotta keep moving. Criticism is just criticism.
You gotta keep your eye on the prize.
Take it for what it's worth. So number 6, professionalism. You're so perfect at what you're doing, so you're in fear that what you are doing is not perfect enough. So you got to understand, even as a perfectionist, you're going to make mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things are gonna ever be just great, but you still got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. It might not be up to your standards yet, but it'll get there. It'll get there. But keep moving. Keep working on it. Keep working on it. It gets better as you keep working on it. So don't have your standards so high that you can't reach it.
Yeah.
You know, understand some
Yeah.
stuff is going to happen. You know, but keep doing what you are doing. Keep taking that action, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just keep going, even as a perfectionist. You know, everything might not be right, but you keep moving, it'll get right. Keep doing what you are.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly. Number 7, social comparison. There you go, comparing yourself to what?
That's like everybody though, man.
Yeah, but
We like to troll. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
But you shouldn't just compare yourself to the point where it makes you quit or you feel it's unobtainable. That's just like me saying I'm going to compare myself to Kevin Costner and his money and his wealth.
Nice.
It's okay to look toward what he's doing and measure myself, but make sure I'm not him. That's still him, and I'm me. So make sure if you comparing, make sure it's a healthy comparison, but not a comparison that make you want to quit what you're doing, where you can't obtain your goal.
So why do you believe a lot of people compare themselves nowadays?
Because they're constantly looking at others and what others are doing. And they feel like, well, they're doing better than me. Oh, I'm going to quit. Oh, I shouldn't do this now.
So it's like we see things on Facebook or Instagram or even on TikTok, and we compare ourselves to that. Like, oh, yeah, I wish I had their lifestyle. Or,
exactly.
You know, or I wish I was a part of that team, you know. Yeah, so I mean, do you feel like it's just so easy now to compare yourself because of social media?
I mean, I think we've done that for a long time, but I think social media make it worse, especially if you don't know who you are.
So what do you think is a solution to that problem?
Stop comparing yourself.
Stop looking at social media.
You know, understand whoever you're looking at that you feel is so high, they had to work to get to where they are as well. Just like you're going to have to work to do what you're doing. And you're going to have to be focused. Your mind is going to have to be strong and you believe what you believe. So, but you can't sit there and measure somebody else's success and say, oh, well, I don't have that. Oh, I'll never get to that point. Oh, this. It's sending the wrong message to your own mind. And before you know it, you didn't quit because you're looking at somebody else.
So it's a psyche thing.
It messes with your mind.
So you really got to change your mindset when it comes to all this.
You have to. You have to look at everything in a positive aspect and not a negative aspect.
Well,
all right. And lastly, the lack of self-belief or low self-esteem.
That's a big one right there.
And a lack of confidence.
That's the one.
So it can contribute to the fear of success. Low self-esteem, lack of self-belief. You're going to have to believe in what you're doing.
I mean, that's the ultimate thing. That's the ultimate for you to even take action.
Yeah,
you know,
if you're not believing what you're doing, you know, none of this is going to work. You're talking about reaching your goal, going to the next level.
Because you can plan all this stuff out, right? You can write it down, but at the end of the day, like you don't believe in none of this, you're never going to take action, and it's going to be a piece of paper with all your plans and goals and nothing, and, you know, and no execution. Yeah,
and the crazy thing is, I can believe for you, but I can't believe for myself.
Man, you hear me?
You see, and that's what's crazy. We could believe for everybody else, but when it comes to you setting
Why
your
do you
goal,
believe that? Is it because it's just so easier to just believe it for somebody else? You
again,
know?
it's a fear because you feel like, well, that happened to them because they have this type of personality or they look this type of way, but look at me, I don't look that type of way. I don't talk like they're talking, and it can't happen for me, which is just a lie, you know. And you know, it feeds into that low self-esteem. Therefore, you won't reach your goal.
So in a sense, you kind of telling yourself all this stuff.
Yeah, you telling yourself, I can't do this. I don't look like this model, or I don't look like this person that's articulating this conversation.
Or we don't look like the best podcast.
Yeah, or we don't look like the best podcast. Because you can look at everybody else's podcast like they're doing great, doing good. Yeah. And you just started 2 months and you trying to compare yourself to them and say, oh, we're not them. And you start getting low self-esteem. Instead of using it as a positive, you're giving yourself 6 months to a year or 2 years and be positive. It's all about your mindset and not allowing fear.
We're going to find our family out there.
Yeah.
We're going to find you. So, and you're going to find us.
Exactly. But you got to keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. You cannot have fear if you're trying to go to the next level. It doesn't matter what it is. If you allow fear to come in, it's going to go all the way down, all the way down. So you can't afford to have these things going on.
It was funny because I was telling somebody about this yesterday. As far as what we're saying right now, I mean, if we don't believe at the end of the day, all this stuff that you're talking about, it's not going to take action. You're not. You're just talking. You're just talking. You know, because we can sit and talk about this for the next 5-10 minutes. Like you said, we're amped up. We're gonna do it, but the next day, just nothing happens. Like you said, if you don't believe in this, whatever you're doing, like, it's not gonna work. It really is not.
You know, prime example. We watch a lot of people every year. They get what they call workout memberships. I'm gonna lose 150 pounds.
That's the best one.
This is my goal. It's gonna happen. They're so excited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then the 5th day, fear comes in.
Does it happen? See, now, now we go to the gym, you know, all the time. Every year this happens. Yeah. Like the first week of the month. Like, everybody's amped up. Yes, the first of the year, we're gonna do our goals and we're gonna fight to the end. And then the second week comes and you start seeing less of that, and then the third week is less of that, and that's it. And
I like to say it becomes hard to them. It becomes hard. Instead of persevering through that, they quit and go eat some fried chicken.
So I can say, you know, it's definitely a lifestyle. Whatever it ain't just fitness, but whatever it is, if it's your business, if it's your health, it's definitely a lifestyle. It's not like, you know, you got to be consistent with all this stuff, or it ain't gonna work.
Otherwise, like I said, we say they're talking about, you know, the next level, new season, new year, you know. But if you have not got these 8 things under control, you won't go to the next level, because fear is not going to let you go to the next level. You're not going to be willing to try. You know, so you want to make sure that you got these things handled for whatever it is that you're trying to do, you know, in this new year. You got to conquer these fears and understand that I am enough. You know, I can do this. I will succeed in this. You know what I mean? And come against every fear, like we talked about, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of uncertainty, the fear of change, the fear of criticism, the fear of perfectionism, the fear of social comparison, and the last one, the lack of self-belief.
That's the biggest one.
You got to believe in yourself.
You got to.
You know, we believe in you. You know, we hope y'all believe in us.
Yeah, there we
go. We're not going to stop. No. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep going, no matter how hard it goes.
We're going to keep
no matter
growing.
how much critical analysis or words that are positive or negative, we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Because we know what we're going to do. We know what it takes to get to the next level.
What you're saying is we believe in fish and chips, and so that's why we gonna keep coming and keep growing.
Yeah, we coming at you
consistently, and you're gonna see our growth.
Yeah.
Right now we might have like 22 subscribers, but
it's okay.
One day we might have 22 million subscribers if we just keep pushing.
You gotta keep pushing. Just don't give up.
And comment down below. You know what. You know, do you guys have any fears, and how do you guys overcome, you know, the fears?
What has kept you from going to the next level? You find yourself saying the same thing, and it's 4 years in, you know, and you never go to the next level because you allowed fear to come in.
Yeah.
You know, so is this the year?
Is it 2024?
That you put your fear aside and say, I'm going to do this. I don't care, come hell or high water. I'm going to do this time. I'm going to conquer every fear. I'm going to believe in myself. It is what it is. Who like it or don't like it, I'm coming out. I'm going to do it my way.
There you go. I'm coming out. All right, guys, there you have it.
Yeah, it was good. That was good.
That was another video again.
Yeah.
So we went over the 8 fears that's gonna stop you from going to the next level, guys. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, again, we want to hear your stories. We want to encourage you. We want to see you get to that next level. So make sure you tell us your story, what you believe in, and you know, we're going to be believing with you to conquer every fear. And we want to see you on the other side. We want to see you on the other side, you know, being your best, the best version of yourself in whatever you're doing, business-wise or personal. Hey guys, we'll see you on the other side. Peace.